Hello everyone. Welcome to the third lecture of Human Resource Management from Unit 2. The topics which we are going to cover in this lecture is strategic evaluation and control and function strategies. Now let us have a look on the video based on strategic evaluation and control system. Now let us understand what is strategic evaluation and control. So, strategic evaluation and control can be best defined as the process of determining the effectiveness of a given strategy in achieving the organizational objectives and taking corrective actions whenever required. Strategic evaluation and control can be best understood by the strategic planning process involves reviewing the existing strategies, periodically measuring the performance and taking corrective actions needed to ensure the achievement of the organization goals. So goals of strategic evaluation is to see that if strategies are helping the organization to achieve it and also making adjustment if needed. A proactive review of current strategy is called for when there is a change in the external and internal business environment. So, changes in the external business environment may result in a new opportunities and threats. A corrective action is taken by revising strategies based on periodic review of the organizational environment. Taking corrective actions may require changes in terms of new action plans, allocation of resources, revising earlier goals, or establishing new ones, bringing in a new incentive and reward system to motivate people or the employees to achieve the revised goals. Now, strategic control is a term to describe the process organization use to control the formation and execution of strategic plans. It is specialized from form of management control and differs from other forms of management control. In a particular form, it's an operational control. So it needs to handle uncertainty and ambiguity at various points of in the control process. So focused on achievement of future goals rather than evaluation of past performance. Now, strategic control requires data from more sources. Strategic control requires more data from external sources, and strategic controls are oriented to the future. Now, strategic control is more concerned with measuring the accuracy of the decision making premise. Strategic control standards are based on external factors, and strategic control relies on variables reporting interval. Strategic control also helps to do this by analyzing company and its ability to maximize its strength and opportunities. The four basic type of strategic controls are premise control, second is implementation control, special alert control, and strategic surveillance. Now let us understand what is premise control. Business strategy is based on an assumed premise of how things will occur in future. So premise control allow you to examine whether their assumption still holds true once you actually put your ideas into action. Premises may be affected by environmental factors such as inflation, interest rates, and social changes, or by the industry factors such as competitors, suppliers, and barriers to entry. These controls will help you to recognize changes in the premise so you can adapt your strategy accordingly. Now let us understand what is implementation control. Once the design of a strategy is made for a business, there is a needed to implement it. As we follow steps necessary to put your plans into action, use implementation control to ensure no adjustment to your strategy are necessary. Now, two basic types of implementation control monitoring are strategic thrust and doing milestone reviews. Now, the former means you analyze the tactics you are using to gain the market share, that is called the strategic thrust, and the latter allows you to conduct a full scale assessment of your business as designated points in your strategy, which means it is doing milestone reviews. Now, third point is special alert control, which says that it needs some mechanisms which is required in place to assess the position of a business in case of sudden events such as natural disaster, product recalls, or market spikes. So, special alert control allows to reconsider the relevancy of your strategy in light of these new events. Now, preparing how to handle this special alert, which procedures to be followed, priorities to be kept, and tools to be used. Let us understand the fourth control system, that is called the strategic surveillance control. Now, as a small business owner, one need to protect your business from the external threats that may hinder the success of your strategy. Strategic surveillance control allows you to monitor multiple sources for these threats. Continually safeguard your strategy by following trade journals, attending conferences, and keeping awareness of the industry trends to meet these risks as they arise. Now, we would understand about what is operating control. So, operational control systems are designed to ensure that day-to-day actions are consistent with established plans and objectives. It focuses on event in recent period. Operational control systems are derived from the requirements of management control system. Corrective actions is taken where performance does not meet the standards. So this action may involve training, motivation, leadership, discipline, or termination. Now, the second strategy is functional strategy. Organizational plans prepared for various functional areas of the company's organizational structure. For example, marketing strategy, financial strategy, production strategy, etc. Functional strategy can be part of overall corporate strategy or serve as a separate plan of strategy. And implementation within the functional area. Some common functional strategies are production strategy, make or buy decisions. So defines that what the company produces itself and that purchases from the suppliers or the partners. Financial strategy states to select the main sources of funding, the development of their own funds, depreciation, profit, the issue of shares, etc., or through debt, that is financing which may be bank loans, bonds, commodity suppliers, credits, etc. Now, organizational strategy. Decisions on the organization of the staff, choose the type of organization structure, compensation system, etc. Now, others such as research and development, R&D strategy, investment strategy, etc. In addition, each of the functional strategy can be divided into three different components. Strategy building organization to select the type of structure, divisional, functional, and project, etc. Strategy to work with the staff, a way of training, mainly administrative staff, training of staff in a business or the educational institution, which is called career planning. A strategy or remuneration, that is wages, reward, and penalties. In particular, the approach to the compensation of senior managers like salary, bonuses, profit sharing, etc. So responsible for implementation of the strategy at the functional level are senior specialists, that is channel engineer, director of finance, etc. So all at the enterprise level, CEO, general director, or the director of the departments at the level of group of the companies, a collegiate body or board of directors. So this comes to the end of this lecture. Thank you and have a nice day.